Hello students. So today we are going to start our new subject which is hydraulic engineering. So this is the it is the extension of your fluid mechanics. So in fluid mechanics you might have learned about the basics of fluid, how the particles like mechanics, application of mechanics on fluid, the properties of fluid and laminar flow, turbulent flow. So in this hydraulics basically we are going to apply that fluid mechanics to the civil structures, or you can say like how this fluid mechanics is applicable to how we are going to apply, or the it is basically the application of fluid mechanics to the civil engineering structures or civil engineering field. So let us first, this will be the introductory lecture. In this we are going to see what is the syllabus and how you are going to assess it. So first unit is our dimensional analysis. So in the first chapter we are going to study about the dynamic similarity, or basically we are going to see what is the relationship between model and prototype. For civil engineering, like the structures are very huge, so it is not feasible or uneconomical to first build the structure and test it. So what we are going to do, we will first prepare a model, a small scale model, and we will test, and after testing we are going to build the original prototype. So in this chapter we will be dealing with model and prototype. Various similarities are there, like geometric, kinematic and dynamic similarity. For these similarity we are going to check the model and prototype, and various numbers are introduced by various scientists like Reynolds number, Froude number, Weber number, Euler number and Mach number. So these 5 numbers are there for different force criteria. So for us basically Reynolds and Froude is the most important, others are mainly applicable to the mechanical engineering. After that we will be seeing about the distorted model and what is the scale effect, how we are going to use this for our civil engineering structures. After that we are going to see the very important theorem, which is Buckingham pi theorem. This is also known as pi theorem. So like Rayleigh method you might have learnt in your 11th class. This is the, I think, first unit and dimension chapter is there, and there we used to see like for different if force is there, it will be depending upon various parameters. So what we used to try to find out the relationship between the various parameters, but it has some limitations, and for that limitation, to overcome, Buckingham introduced the pi theorem. So that we will be going to see in detail. After that you will be seeing the turbulent flow. What is a turbulent flow? I think laminar flow you might have studied in your fluid mechanics. So this is a very cumbersome flow, like very high speed flow. So intermixing of particles are there, so that we are going to see. And the boundary layer concept, very small theory, very important theory, boundary layer theory. So how different boundaries are, like fluid is behaving with different boundaries, and von Karman equation here, and hydrodynamically smooth and rough surfaces are there, and various like other concepts. After that we will be seeing the open channel flow. So this, from here the main civil engineering is starting for you. Open channel flow is the flow in open channel, the flow under gravity, like the canals are there, the drains are there, the sewer is not open channel, but sometimes the sewer can also be open. So if the flow is subjected to open atmosphere and the pressure is atmospheric pressure, and flow is majorly under gravity flow, so that flow is like how we are going to see the flow in the next semester when you are going to deal with water resource engineering. Then you are going to design those structures. So for designing those structures, first you have to learn the basics, like how the flow will be there in the. So there are various equation changes and many equation is there. By using them we are going to design. First we are going to analyze, and after that we will be designing the channels. So you can see most efficient rectangular, triangular and trapezoidal section, and velocity distribution in open channel. So we will try to design the most efficient channel. After this, the extension of this is gradually varied flow. So first, in this we are going to see uniform and non-uniform. Now after that, we will be seeing the gradually varied flow. So in this, the depth will be changing gradually, not a sudden change is there, gradual change will be there. And these are the various terms like specific energy, critical depth, alternate depth, critical flow, mild slope. So these things we are going to see in detail. After this, after gradually varied flow, we will be seeing the rapidly varied flow. So these are the things which you will be facing in the field. So how you are going to analyze if the flow is rapidly varied, that we are going to study here. Okay, wait. So hydraulic jump is there, conjugate them like loss of energy in the jump, velocity distribution, energy correction factor, momentum correction factor. So these all things we are going to discuss in detail. Now after that, you are going to see the impact of free jet. So basically, this is the part of mechanical engineering. The hydraulic machines are there. How you are going to see analyze the hydraulic machines, because you will also be using the pumps and the turbines, not turbine but pumps we are going to use in the field. So we must be knowing the basic principle about pumps and basics of hydraulic machines. After that, next topic is hydrology. Hydrology is it is a very vast subject, but just to give you introduction, here we will be seeing the basic terms like what is hydrologic circle, what is the application of hydrology in engineering, how we are going to see rainfall measurement is there, how we are going to measure with the help of rain gauge, so peak flow, flood frequency, and hydrograph is there, runoff and filtration, unit hydrograph, and runoff estimation, how we are going to estimate the runoff. So these things are the how the water is going to behave in when it is coming from nature. So that we are going to see. After that, this after precipitation, rainfall is there. So what is going to happen? Runoff is the surface flow, but some water will go into ground. So this is termed as groundwater. So what are the types of groundwater formations are there? That we are going to see, and this flow is governed by some laws like Darcy's law. So this we are going to see in detail. After that, we are going to see the canal hydraulics. So this canal hydraulics you will be seeing in much more detail in the next semester. Here we will be seeing the types of canal, what are the theories, Kennedy and Lacey theory, and what is the typical cross section of channels, how silt is controlled in canals. This you are going to see in this subject. Now after understanding, I think you might have got the basic idea of this, what are the things you are going to study. Now we are going to see how you are going to assess. So assessment tools are there. 2 midterms will be there. Both midterms combinedly will be of 24 marks. 6 marks is for assessment, internal assessment. That assignments will be there. So assignment and your attendance. So this both combinedly will be of 6 marks, and end term will be of 120 marks. So this is all for your hydraulic engineering. So we will be meeting in the next lecture. Thank you very much.